One of the things I was super excited about doing when I first purchased my house was actually turning it into a smart home. I didn't know much about, what it consisted of or what it would take or the ways to necessarily go about doing it. I just knew I wanted to do it. So naturally, I Googled and went on YouTube and things like that. My name's Sean Kiefer. This is Better Black Man, my YouTube channel where I talk about passion, productivity, and practicality. And in this particular video, I'm going to be talking about my smart home journey. If you're interested in that, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the reason why I'm making this video is because technology interests me a lot. The future and all of the many advances that we make technologically, the convenience that it offers, just some of the cool stuff that you could do. I knew that I wanted to take this journey and get a smart home, but I literally didn't know where to start. So I'm hoping that in this video, I can offer some help, offer some advice, and give some ideas on where the heck to start, because it can kind of get overwhelming, it can get frustrating, and there's a lot of stuff out there. Before we even get into all of that, go ahead and drop this video a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm just gonna tell you kind of step by step what I did. Feel free to alter or remix it however you feel necessary. I love the convenience of having a smart home. It's so many things that you can do. The biggest hurdle is because there's so much stuff you can do, you kind of have to figure out what you want to do specifically and then kind of stick to that. Just because you can do all these wonderful, crazy, innovative things doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be convenient for you and your family. Doesn't mean that you're going to use all the features. iPhone does a ton of stuff. You probably only use your iPhone for like 10 to 15 different things. The iPhone can do infinite amount of things, if that makes sense. And that's kind of how the smart home thing was for me. Like I said, I'm just going to explain what my thought process was and how I built my smart home out. I feel like when you're building a smart home, you need a solid foundation, right? So there's layers to this. You got to start from the bottom and work your way up. The first thing that you absolutely have to get down pat is pivotal is internet. I know that sounds like duh, but hey, I'm just starting with the basics, right? Preferably something powerful, strong, fiber optics. You want a lot of megs. If you don't know how to measure, like internet speed is measured by megs. So like the more megs, the better. The more megs, the faster your internet is. And if you really want to run a smart home, especially if you're going to be running it primarily wireless, most of your smart home devices are going to be running off Wi-Fi. If you're planning on having a smart home, you're going to need solid, legit internet. You can't be running no legitimate smart home on budget internet. You can't cut corners on your internet if you plan on doing this. So that's number one, right? Number two is that you are going to have to decide what platform you want to build on. There's Amazon platforms, so like Amazon Alexa, using that as a central hub to pretty much communicate to all your smart devices, which is what I use. I'll touch on that in just a second, but you also have Google and you have Apple HomeKit is another one. And there's probably other ones as well. I decided to go Amazon. Again, I can only speak from what I did. I decided to go Amazon because when I was thinking about this whole thing, I wanted convenience. Amazon and Alexa have been around for quite some time, and to my recollection, or as far as I know, excuse my ignorance, but has kind of been leading the charge on the whole smart home. They've been kind of the leaders in that, and as a result of that, a lot of products match and pair up and sync with it very seamlessly, very well. And again, convenience. When you don't get into this, spend all this time, spend all this money, setting all this stuff up to be inconvenienced. You want this stuff to run seamlessly. Once you decide what platform that you want to go with, then you're going to need some devices. So first thing that I recommend is getting some sort of smart hub with a display. So this is an Amazon Echo Show 10. This is in my kitchen, and this is kind of like the central hub. This one's dope because it's got a really good quality speaker on it, and the screen swivels, right? So it's got like camera and tracking technology in it, so I could be on like a phone call, a video call, and walk all over my kitchen dining room, and it'll follow me with this, which is pretty cool. It kind of creeps some people out, but I think it's pretty cool. You can turn the feature off too, but with your hub, you can control pretty much everything. Whatever devices you hook up to it, you can obviously control it with your voice, but you could also use the screen. From there, you're gonna need to decide next how many of these bad boys you're gonna want around the house, and then you're gonna want to strategically set them up in your house. So I'll tell you what I did. This particular device is in my kitchen. Like I said, this is kind of like the central hub. Next, we went with this, which is a smaller, earlier rendition of that, a little bit less expensive, and this is in our bedroom. This is called a Amazon Echo Show. This is version 8 apparently, and it also has a display, right? So quick recap: internet, decide what platform you want to go to, then get your Alexa or Echo devices. So this one's in our bedroom. This one has a display as well. And then we have about 5 of these around the house in specific locations for convenience. I wanted to be able to say, Alexa, anywhere in my house, and my voice to be picked up and be able to, say a command and it be heard. One thing I did notice that when you have them kind of all over, they can both pick up your voice. They hear pretty darn well. I don't know how many feet apart, but I would say like Alexa and both will hear me. So what I did is I strategically, you can rename them. About half of the devices in my house is named Echo. That's the awake name. I can say, Echo, do this, Echo, do that. And then the other half is Alexa, do this, do that. I know, my family knows which ones. It prevents from both of them being activated when I only want to activate one. So then, so like I said, now that you got your devices, you know how many devices you want, you know what devices you want. That's what you're really going to want to map that out and say, I want a display Alexa here, I want a display Alexa here, and then I want a few of these Echo dots sprinkled around, and these are more like for desk, but I have 3 other ones that are more like I'll get it really quick. So then I got a couple of these. So this is the Echo Dot right here. You can also kind of just like set that on the desk. But I purchased these like wall kind of mounts that just plug right into the wall. And I stuck them in a few different spots around the house. So I got 3 of these and 2 of these. And then the 2 display ones. Like I said, strategically put around the house so that anywhere in the house that I want to say a command, it'll be heard. So you're going to want to be methodical, very thoughtful about that. Once you decide on devices, what I did was immediately got into lighting, because for me, lighting with the smart home is the most convenient thing, the most practical thing, right? So the lights that I went with, SynGlid lights, again, compatible with the Alexa app, with the Alexa hub, the Alexa ecosystem. So it is very seamless, very easy to set up for the most part. I just bought every light in my house, with a few exceptions, has these smart bulbs that I can activate with my voice. Fairly decent sized house, and we have lots of lighting. Like there's lighting all over the house. In different areas and things like that, and to go to like a light switch and things, I know that sounds like hella lazy, but I mean, I'm like, Alexa, turn on the kitchen light. Alexa, turn on the dining room. Alexa, turn off dining room light. Alexa, turn on bedroom light. I could be in the bed and maybe I want the light on. Do I want to literally get up and go turn off the light, or is it more convenient to just sit back and tell Alexa to do it? That was my thought process. You can also set up like zones or areas. So I can say, you know, I have it set up where I have a downstairs. If I say, Alexa, turn off downstairs lights, my kitchen, dining room, living room, light, they all turn off. Another thing you can do is you can set up like automations. For instance, I have porch lights, I guess if that's what you want to call them, or outdoor lights. About 4 or 5 of them around the house. So it's like 3 in the front, 3 on the garage, like garage lights, porch light by my front door, and then a porch light on my back patio door. And every night, like at 10 o'clock or when the sun goes down or whatever, all those lights come on. And then when the sun comes up in the morning, I have it set for them to all go off. And that's the thing about this whole smart home. It's smart, it's convenient, it's practical. That's what you want to utilize and focus on. So again, starting with the lights, I will start there. After the lights, I went to security system and cameras. I got an Alder security system, syncs up very well with Amazon. There's a ton of different security systems and things like that you can get. But I can arm my security system with my voice. So I can say, you know, Alexa, arm security system. My security system will arm. I can say, if I'm leaving out, I can say, you know, disarm security system. I can do my security system. I can arm it or disarm it from my phone using the Alexa app. I can view my cameras from these displays. So like I mentioned, I have one in my bedroom, one in the kitchen. I can say, Alexa, show me the garage camera. Alexa, show me front door camera. Another thing that I did when I was setting up the security system and the cameras is I got this Ring. Now with Ring, this particular Ring, it's a smart doorbell. It has a camera on it as well. And what's cool about this is it has like motion sensors, so when someone approaches the door, it's like this little chime noise. So I just know like Amazon package is at my door or someone's at my door because it's like a chime. And then if someone actually rings the doorbell, all my Alexas around the house literally says like someone's at the front door. So no matter where I'm at in the house, I'll know someone's at the front door. And then if I'm near one of these displays, I can literally see who's at my door. With the whole smart home thing, there's primarily 3 ways that you interact with your smart home system. And that's through voice, that's through your mobile device, or, you know, whatever smart display that you decide to go with. I also have a smart lock that I purchased. I can enter into my house using my fingerprint with this smart lock. Also, if someone's like at my door, I can say, Alexa, unlock front door, and it'll unlock. I can also lock it, and I can do that with my mobile phone or with my cell phone from anywhere. So that was that. That's what I really doubled down on. And then from there, I think the next thing that I did was thermostat. Did the smart thermostat. Hella convenient, hella practical, hella logical, because I can control the temperature of my home anywhere in the house just using my voice. Echo, turn heat down 3 degrees.
The heat's set to 75.
You can also set up automations with that as well, so that if it's a certain temperature outside, it goes up or down. If it's a certain time of the day, you can have it go up or down. Hella convenient. You can see the temperature on the display. I think it's a Honeywell thermostat that I got. So that was the next thing that I went and invested in. Along with that, all my TVs operate and sync up seamlessly with the Alexa app. So I can turn my TV on and off just by using my voice. I have smart plugs. For instance, in my bedroom, I have my fan. I have just like a fan. It's not a box fan, but it's like a stand-up fan. You know, one of the kinds that kind of do this. I have it plugged in with a smart plug, and I can say, Alexa, turn on fan, and my fan will come on. Little things like that. I got this, which is pretty cool. This is a Roomba. This is a iRobot Roomba. This is a robot vacuum, obviously. The model is an i3 model. Super cool. Also can be operated and activated, I should say, with my voice. So I can say, Alexa, run robot vacuum, and it'll run. That's pretty much it. That is a smart home, essentially. A lot of what goes on in my house, whether it be the heat, the lighting, the security system, the cameras, is I can operate all of that stuff with my phone or with my voice. Some of the things that I do want to invest in is smart blinds. So they have blinds where, you can automate it to where when the sun comes up or the sun raises, your blinds will raise up, and then at the end of the day, when the sun goes down, your blinds will go down. That's something I want to invest in the future. Maybe motion sensors where you can have it to where if you go in certain rooms during a time of day, obviously like when it's darker outside, you go in a certain room and the motion sensor will catch it and automatically turn on the light instead of me having to say, Alexa, turn on the light, because it's all about convenience, right? That's just one less thing I gotta do. If I'm coming down the stairs headed towards the kitchen, there should be a motion sensor triggered where I don't even have to say, Alexa, turn on the light. Drawbacks, it can be kind of expensive to get started. It can be kind of frustrating learning how to set everything up and just adapting to this lifestyle. You know, you kind of got to get used to how everything runs like anything else. But other than that, I really enjoy the convenience of it all. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I just wanted to kind of touch on what the process was like for me and maybe offer a little bit of advice, you know, some suggestions if you're thinking about having smart home devices in your home or having your entire home be a smart home. I just wanted to give my knowledge and expertise on the situation. I hope this video was helpful. I hope it was informative. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section if you are interested in starting a smart home for yourself, if you're interested in taking that journey. I really want to know what you guys think about the whole smart home thing. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like and share as much as you can. I appreciate you for watching. I'm Sean Kiefer. Peace.